Hello, this is Buana from Buana.tv, and you're watching me play Star Citizen. You're watching me play Star Citizen. And I recently got into it last Friday, and I am actually having fun for the first time since I pledged in the Kickstarter back in 2012, I think it was. I don't know when it was exactly. It was a long time ago. But if you know my journey in if you know my journey in Elite Dangerous, you know that one of my first loves in Elite Dangerous was space trucking. So when this cargo freight elevator update came out, I think it was last year or year before. I don't know. I think it was last year. When it came out, I was enamored by it because I was like, hey, this seems kind of cool. You know, I like space trucking. I like the whole logistics stuff, and I could do it for hours and hours on end. But as with most things with Star Citizen, it just did not work. It failed. So, as a result, I quit because we experienced all kinds of problems. It wasn't just the problems with this. It was partially my fault because I played during Free Flight Week, which is actually going to be happening today, uh, April 17th, 2025, again. And if you know anything about Star Citizen, you know that when you play during Free Flight Week, you experience problems. The servers melt. They basically go nuts, and let's just say they're not the most stable thing to play on. So this time, I decided to play during a non-Free Flight Week, and it was a big difference. Although there were problems, servers disconnects. I think last night the servers were just not working. Everybody was desynced. I mean, there's just a lot of problems in the game overall. But I gotta say, I have been able to do several deliveries. This here, ATLS here. I love this little thing from. Reminds me of the suit from Alien. And my Drake Cutlass Black over there. I've been doing some deliveries, and we're up to I can't. Oh, can I see it? We're up to 3 million credits now. That's the richest I've ever been in this game. It is the actual richest I've ever been in this game. And so I've just been sitting here chilling, watching Netflix or YouTube or something like that. And I have just been doing deliveries. And you know it's serious with me. If I set up a voice attack profile, then you know it's gonna be some serious gameplay. But this is very fun. Dare I say, I'm going to be doing a lot more of this, even though it's kind of a conflict because I'm having a lot of fun with Elite Dangerous Colonization as well, and all the changes with that. I just got the Corsair. If you guys have been watching my live stream, you've been seeing me flying that thing in Elite Dangerous. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to upgrading my ship. I've been looking at the I think it's a Starlancer Max as my next upgraded ship. And I am actually trying to save up credits to get one. I think I rented a Freelancer, which turned out to be pretty lucrative. But during that day, we had some server problems. So that was something that really hindered things. Had some server problems, so I couldn't take full advantage of my 24-hour rental period. Also, I rented a Vulture. You guys know what a Vulture is? A Vulture is the ship that looks like the Venture in EVE Online, and it looks like the Type 8. It looks like the Type 8 in Elite Dangerous. Yeah. So I did some salvaging in that ship, and that was one of the things that intrigued me about these recent updates was that I was going to have to figure out, you know what, I'm not going to be able to fit all this stuff in here. I realize that. I have to make 2 trips. I am I was really intrigued by the salvaging. And I did a couple of missions. The first mission was kind of hilarious. Maybe I can insert a clip here, but we had an incident where I got to the mission site and I just ran into the salvage ship. All right, we're gonna put this stuff back in the warehouse. I'll come back for it on the next trip. We just went into the. I just ran to the salvage ship and destroyed it and failed the mission. So yeah, there's that. But I'm telling you, man, this is the most fun I've had playing Star Citizen since forever. Dare I say, it's starting to look better, although there is a lot of problems. Still, a lot of stability issues. I am quite happy with what I've seen so far. Quite happy. Can I squeeze in here? Oh, I hope. If it works. That might be a problem. Uh-oh. You guys might witness one of those bugs. Hey, like a glove. So, I've been having a lot of fun with the game, and I've been streaming it on my live stream over on twitch.tv/Warner and also here on youtube.com/Warner. It's been a surprise because I make these jokes all the time. I talk about it all the time. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not gonna be able to play this game because every time I try to do something, things break. Everything breaks. I find bugs that nobody else finds. I always joke about that. It's like every time I find bugs and issues, it's something that nobody's ever run into. This time around, I've been able to get several gameplay loops in, and I am actually having what the kids call the fun. And I'm really enjoying myself. So I'm probably going to be playing a lot more of this, especially if I get my ship upgrades. So we will see, man. We will see. I just want to give you guys a quick update on what's going on with me. I haven't been making a lot of videos. I've been doing mostly live streaming. But I do appreciate you all sticking around and subscribing to the stream and stuff like that. But maybe I'll be creating some Star Citizen content. You never know. Maybe I'll be creating some Star Citizen content, and as I get to learn the game and know the game, I'll be able to create some useful stuff, you know? Because right now, I'm pretty much in learning mode. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm constantly asking chat questions, and the community's been coming together. A lot of the Twitch TV community has been coming and helping and giving me pointers and telling me what sucks and all this stuff. Give me a lot of websites. Like there's a website that someone showed me, which showed me like trade routes and trade loops, which reminded me of the EDDB.io days of Elite Dangerous. It looked almost exactly like it, and that really perked my ears up. I was like, oh, that looks just like EDDB. Oh no, there goes my day. But it also helps that I have a better computer. This computer here has a 4090, and it's definitely running the game a lot better than what I used to run it at. I was barely able to run the game at like 20 to 30 FPS in my previous systems. But this system, I am running it at, I think I'm getting about 90, around 90 FPS in most cases. But when I get into the stations and stuff, it'll drop to 60, 70, that kind of thing. But that's a big improvement. The worst performance I'm getting on this computer is better than the best performance I got on the previous computer. So, overall, I'm having a great time, and I'm going to be playing a lot more of this. I don't know if I'm going to be playing more than Elite Dangerous. Hard to say because we have our community's like really rebooting in Elite Dangerous, and we've even got a Discord channel for it, and we're doing colonization, and we're getting everybody together and building planets and stuff. But there's actually there might be more people in my community now that plays Star Citizen that play Elite Dangerous. And we're getting new community members coming in, and new members of the Star Citizen community coming into my community and helping me out, whether it be through advice, chips, workarounds. Oh man, this is the biggest thing. It's like people were saying, the best or the biggest part of Star Citizen is knowing workarounds to bugs. And I couldn't agree with that more, because most things don't work as designed. They don't work as designed, and you have to know how to get around them and what to avoid and what situations to avoid, because you'll crash or some ship will blow up. Previous times I played, it seems I didn't know any workarounds, and sometimes my chat wouldn't either. So that's something that can be alleviated now because people, I think, are much more familiar with the workarounds than they were before. So yeah. So this has been my primary game loop. I got this Drake upgrade through a user contribution. I think the time before last I played, because I was on the $60, I think the Orion Origin, or I'm sorry, the Origin 100i. I think I was on the 100i, and I upgraded my package to the Drake Cutlass Black, and very good decision. Let me just say, it's very, very, very. Whoop! Up, I hit the F key. Yep, I've done that more than once. Very, very much the upgrade. If you're looking for a good upgrade ship, I can recommend the Drake Cutlass Black. It is really, really good. All right, so that's all for this video. I'm going to be staying up a little bit later, finishing these deliveries. We're up to, what did I say, 3 million credits? I need to get about, I think, 8 million for the Star Lancer, Stargazer, whatever it's called. I got to redo my parking, too. Pretty bad at parking. All right, this is One from One.tv. I'm hooked on Star Citizen. Who knew? Who knew? See you in the next video. If you guys like the content, please comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.